Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. We're going to do our daily technical analysis on oil, natural gas, and solar. We're going to get in there, take a look at the prices, take a look at some ETFs, and then look at some of the individual companies to get a good gauge on what's going on. I've been surprised at how resilient oil is. Maybe we're ready to break to the upside of its resistance line that we've got. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Natural gas popped higher today. Very good performance, and then we'll look at solar and see what it's doing. So here we go. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. And here we go. So I'm going to start with West Texas Intermediate crude. And again, this thing was slowing down. We broke out of this trend line here, slowed down a little bit. You can see the contraction in the opening and selling price here. Wick at the top, but we continue to push higher. And maybe we're going to push right through this resistance line I've got drawn here. We're right there, ready to try to break through it. So this looks good. I thought we were going to pull back a little bit. Looked like it was getting tired in here, and no, we just kept marching higher. So it looks really good. Natural gas looks like it's still in its uptrend. Came down to the 50-day, popped higher, looking good. Here's XLE, the Energy Select Spider Fund. Again, we're right at that resistance line, kind of where oil is. Let's see if this thing breaks. If we break, or maybe we kind of come up, make a U shape, and then make a little sideways action before breaking. But it looks good. And SM Energy's been very resilient. It is not, I said it looked a little tired here that we could have a pullback. It's just been marching sideways. Bullish engulfing here, hammer pattern today. I mean, this could go higher. I mean, Oil, natural gas goes higher, this will go higher. It looks good. I think they report earnings next week. That's one to watch. Now, CDEV. Way to go, CDEV. Centennial Development up big today. This is kind of where we're trying to break through this area and there. And we're taking a big run at it right today. Maybe tomorrow we break right, or next trading day, I should say, break right through it. And what this is, we came in and we're developing a cup and handle pattern where we could break and move quite substantially to the upside here. I think it looks great. Callon Petroleum's doing a kind of a cup and handle pattern too. What we should see, this one might be a good spot to be entering if you guys are looking. Again, I can't give advice. This is just my financial opinion there, where I would be looking if these other guys are kind of taking off, CPE usually follows. So this is a probably not a good, not a bad spot. We've got some support back here too. Northern Oil and Gas looks good. We're starting to put some bigger candlesticks in here, up 3%. So we kind of came up and then we're flagging to the side. And then eventually I think we'll end upward. And Crescent Point, we have some resistance through here, which is now support. We're basically creating a pennant formation, and we're probably going to break to the upside here very shortly. Looks good. Tellurian looks like it's finding some support in here. Let's throw in a trend line. I mean, this thing looks good too, somewhere in this range there. Maybe you can hold and go. Grand Tierra putting down a 9.35. I saw that in the account when I was looking, but that looks good to head on higher. Just hold on to the shares, guys. Don't get impatient. Tetra Technologies looks good. There's no sellers here. Big buying pressure, small selling pressure, probably going to resolve higher. Recaf, now that this kind of, it moves to its own drumbeat. This isn't like the other ones. We got a little wick at the bottom. We still have support in here at the 450 range. I'd like to see this thing move on up. I don't want to see this thing break the 450 range. Antero Resources, I mean, this looked like it's going to go lower. Bearish engulfing, kind of coming down, another sell-off. But today the buyers stepped in. We're holding strong so far. Doesn't look too bad. In Sandridge, buyers stepped in here, bullish engulfing. Sellers came in yesterday. Buyers coming in. I mean, this is back and forth action here. We might find a bottom here. Comstock looks like it's heading higher with natural gas being higher. So it's looking all right. I mean, this is a tough one. I mean, this could be like a shoulder, head, shoulder. Maybe we come back down a little bit. Maybe. Now we're switching gears to tan. Tan still looks pretty good to me. We broke through this guy here, and we're stair-stepping higher. Everything looks like it's intact. Nothing to worry about yet. So everything looks good. Just hold on. Beam, a little bit of a sell-off today, but we still have good support underneath it. Sunworks had a little bit of a worse day. I think they released earnings or something like that and got sold off today, but overall, the rest of the sector looks good. SOL looks really good in terms of its chart. Big buying pressure, bullish engulfing, sideways to another small bullish engulfing, so this could head higher. SunPower still looks good. Small selling pressure, big buying pressure. I think it's going to resolve upward. We're coming into some resistance in here. Canadian Solar's looking good. I don't see anything too bad with that. Just trying to look across to the left here. Got some resistance all through here. We got N phase. N phase, if you draw a pattern, it goes like up here. And if you kind of draw it, it looked like it was breaking something through here. And yeah, you could draw it through here too, and it looks like it's a back test to move higher. So that one looks good too. And we got a bullish engulfing here. Another bullish engulfing here. So that looks good. So we came up, higher low, came up, higher low, and then we'll keep hopefully stepping higher. Daku New Energy looks good too. We broke the downtrend line. Everything looks good to me in terms of breaking a lot of this stuff. Small down days, everything's intact. I think we're going to resolve upward. So that's what I have for today. Oil's being resilient. It just keeps heading higher. We break that trend line, we could break out and move up again, and it could be a substantial move. So I'm letting my shares ride, guys. I'm not doing anything. I'm watching this, letting it ride. I'm letting all my solar stocks that I got back into, the little I did, I'm letting those ride. I'm letting my natural gas ride. I'm letting everything ride. I'm not going in and out. I'm just riding it higher. This weekend, we'll go over some of the ratios. I'll let you guys know what the values are of a lot of this stuff. Still incredibly cheap. It's developing in a positive way for us in terms of the ratios. And everything looks good to go. So when things look good, I just ride it. If you guys like this analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.